Hi, it's Roxanne here at Make It Just So. This is part 3 in a video series on how to make a dance costume. The process by me, Roxanne. So, in this video we're going to be going over the 3 final design choices I presented to the dancers, their final choice, and the final fabric, fringe, and embellishment choices. I'm going to show you the pattern and the next steps. So we'll continue on with part 4. Okay, first I'm going to recap what we went over in videos 1 and 2. We had the setup for the dance. We knew the song. We got the dance instructor's requests for the costume, the color, that it's going to be gold. We also know the dancers' input and their requests, their inspiration, lots of inspiration pictures, and the parents' input, the moms. I did a lot of research in the middle of all that, the mood, the genre, what's been done before, and the look we want to go after, and to how to achieve that using gold and making it show up great on stage. We had fabric swatches that I shared with you. I shared with you fringe swatches and some sequin possible potential fabrics. Okay, so now you're all caught up. You can go back and watch the videos for more details on those, but to speed you up, we're now at the design process. I made 3 designs to present to the dancers after all my research on what I thought would look best for their dance. So I'll show you those. I had shown you a preliminary sketch, which was this one here, okay, in pencil. And that was more or less when I was planning on using sequins. The sequins choice basically got taken off the table because, number one, it was something that I was just exploring as a potential if the fabric was awesome. This whole sequins on stretch fabric thing is new, and I thought, wow, how amazing would that look on stage? But they were wary of sequins to begin with since it could be scratchy on the skin, and I was going to use special techniques to avoid the friction being in the sequins being in high friction spots. But as it turns out, the sequins were on mesh, and although it had two-way stretch, the stretch in one direction was way greater than in another, and I really didn't want an unstable costume considering that we're going to be having cutouts with mesh. I really wanted a stable base, so that got taken off as an option. Something I brought in new was I did find a lace applique online that was pre-made, already blinged to a certain extent. It probably would have taken more blinging, but it was a good start if they wanted lace incorporated into their costume at all. The only thing was that it was asymmetrical and would have required a one-shoulder design. So I presented them with a couple options. Let me show those with you, share them with you. So this was option 1. Okay, I'll switch over so you can see that. It's in gold. I apologize for that, but if you could see, I'll just point it out with my magic wand. There's a one-shoulder design, okay? And in this option 3, no cutouts, just the one shoulder because there's going to be a big lace embellishment here, and I thought maybe it would be overkill. The back has this kind of radial design, 3 straps coming from one side, and the asymmetrical fringe with mesh up there. Real pretty, but different than we had talked about. So that was the option 3 that I had showed them. Let me show you option 2. It also was asymmetrical, but this time with the lace applique and a cutout. So you could see here this time we have the cutout and the lace applique in there with the one-shouldered, and the same back, except you could see some of the cutout from the back this time, okay? So that was option 2. Option 1 was really just the same thing we had talked about that really stayed true to and close to their inspo picture, which was the deep V, the side cutouts, the V-shaped skirt, and the fringe with the low-cut bottoms. And the back ends up looking more like a crisscross back, open with some mesh under the straps, okay? Here's a pencil version so you can see it a little more clearly rather than in the gold font, okay, just at the front. But that's the one they ended up choosing. So they really didn't stray from their original. They really liked that look and wanted to stay pretty close to it. So from there, I knew that this was the pattern to use, Jalie Jade. and it really would just take some minor modifications in the shape of the front and back, and we've got the good base for it. And my cat Paprika's joining us, so sorry about any nonsense she causes here. I'm gonna go ahead and share with you the fabrics. We decided on this Mystique in pale gold and champagne as our main body fabric. I got that from Joanne. I'll provide the link below. Also, I'm going to be lining that in a white Tricot spandex fabric that I found on Amazon from Fashion or Fabric Wholesale Direct, but through Amazon, so free shipping, awesome price. I will link that below too. And the fringe, which is from Decorating Studio. Here, I can show it to you up here, might be easier. Super cute, pale gold fringe, gorgeous. Decoratingstudio.com. I went through their Etsy site. She's the one who sent me the samples. They were great, packaged so nicely, great to work with, so that is where I ordered that. And this is the most exciting, my favorite part. We're also going to be having mesh in here. I'll put the link in for that. I'll show you here. It's a nude mesh, okay? Should be invisible on the girls from the stage. And last but not least, the bling. So they will be doing the glue-on embellishment, but I will be doing some sew-on stones. Now these are Preciosa in the Crystal AB. Look how beautiful they look on the fabric, okay? We went ahead and did Preciosa. There's a little bit of a cost savings versus Swarovski, but I mean, just gorgeous. Look at that. Look at all the color variation, all the blues and greens. It's just gorgeous. So no regrets there. I went through the Rhinestone guy. I will give you the link below. You order over the phone with him. He was great to work with. Real happy there. So that is where we are at in the process. The next step is for me to go ahead. I took the pattern, the Jalie pattern, and with the girls' measurements, you go ahead and you go in between sizes. So if they're one size at the bust, a different at the waist and at the hips, no problem. You just transition in between the three measurements with a French curve and smooth lines. You double check your side seams to make sure they match up. No problems. I am really confident in Jalie's fit, and I will be modifying it a little, obviously, to have the style lines match our inspo picture, and then they will have a fitting before I line it, before I put elastic in, just to make sure that everything is laying the way it should and feeling comfortable for the girls. Especially, I'm going to be looking at the whole armhole situation where they wanted it up high and not low, leaving skin to get squished in there. So for now, that is all I have to report. I will come back with video 4 and any updates. Check out my website, makeitjustso.com, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel below. I will have plenty more videos with lots of projects, and I'm so excited for what's to come on these costumes, because this is the best part, where they go from flat sketch and fabrics to 3D costumes and finished gorgeous blinged out costumes. So I'll be excited to share those. Come back and see me. Bye. Keep sewing.